All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a couple of real people out there just like you and just like me. All right, couple of housekeeping things here at the beginning. Um, well, let's showcase the music and then we'll get into the other issue that just a constant issue here. Um, these guys here, Flatland Calvary, I got the t-shirt on. Band sent me, well, I purchased the t-shirt and I've got this album, which is their newest, and it's called Wandering Star. Wandering Star by Flatland Calvary, kind of a cross between the Rolling Stones and Hank Williams Jr. All right. This is red dirt music from the western portion of the great state of Texas. All right. So these guys know what they're doing. They're touring the country, I think, right now, too. So not just a regional band. People know about them. This may not be your cup of tea, but I've had a couple of people thank me for promoting this. And so I am thankful that the people were thankful. So check out Flatland Calvary. I'll try to put a link to it in the product portion of this video where you can click on the link and then order yourself a copy of the CD, right? Or you can, of course, just go and listen to it. Stream it. Now, I'm looking at my stats, and I've been doing that pretty much every day. I've had this channel. I've got the app on my phone. It tells me my views are up. It tells me that people are watching for a good long period of time. All my stats are up except for revenue, right? Which, you know what? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, they're almost telling you, hey, you're doing a great job, but we're not going to give you any more income based on the good job you're doing. So, just a reminder, folks, the channel is becoming more and more viewer supported. Hate to sound like a PBS telethon or whatever, but I need viewers to help me out with this because it's half of what it used to be. I'm putting out probably more content that I've ever put out. In the old days, I would bang out a video and, I take a lot more time and effort today to do this. And, some people would say, hey, I liked it better when you were doing videos from your backyard and so forth. But this is how I do it. And again, I'm not boasting of the best production value. What I am telling folks is I put out content every day. And if you like the content and if you can help me out, whether it's buy me a coffee or a YouTube membership or becoming a patron on the channel, those are the methods to help. I just crossed over 77,000 subscribers, which is good, but it's not translating into a more lucrative situation here. So, if I had, what is it, 1/10 of those subscribers, doing $1 a month or whatever, life would be pretty good. So it would be pretty good. But something is just not right in the matrix. So I just continue to try to put out more content and hopefully some of this will catch on in a bigger way. I'm always hopeful. I never know when I do a video if that video is going to be viewed by a lot of people. I tend to know within the first half hour, actually, if the video is a dud or if it's a success. And it's just weird. I just never know. Sometimes I pick a topic like I did the Michael Anthony video. And I'm like, why is this getting views? And, I did a video about Mandisa, and I thought that would be an important video. But anyway, viewing habits are interesting. That's all I can say. People want gossip and they want, dirt and salacious things. They tend to not want the nuts and bolts of music, which, I'd prefer to do it that way, but it's just people aren't watching for that stuff. So you'll get a mixture of both on this channel. And then you'll get all those other topics I'm not supposed to talk about. Anyway, the topic of this video is Heart plans on possibly making some new music, right? And I'm just scratching my head on this. They were basically off the road for 4 years. I think Nancy put out a solo album. I think Ann put out some kind of an album. She had a band, and then Ann. I mean, this whole thing was so divisive, and supposedly there's music that needs to be finished that they started. They didn't finish the music, and now they're considering doing that. Ann Wilson says that we don't have plans for that right now, meaning writing songs together. We don't really plan too far in the future. We're not calculating like that. We're just going to do this tour and see what comes. But I think if a song comes out of a situation, it'll be a real good one because it'll be authentic. It's just a matter of me and Nancy getting our heads around that. So there's a hypothetical song that may come out of the tour. Just Nancy's a little more concrete. She said that she's been going through some of the Heart demos and listening to unreleased material with an eye toward possibly reworking it for future release. There's a couple of unfinished things I'd like to finish off with Ann and longtime collaborator Sue Ennis. There's one really, really cool song called Sweet Deceiver, but the words were never right, so we never recorded it properly. I think I might want to finish that song. I've been trying to think of a new chorus ever since I heard the demo. I would love to write some new stuff too. If we have a song or two that comes out of Heart, that would be really great. These days, it's kind of like one song at a time, but you can still do a whole album, which is cool. I love albums, she added. When I can put on an album in its entirety in the sequence it was intended, that's the best to me. Amen to that. So, no, Nancy Wilson basically echoing some of the things I like to talk about here on the channel. Anne is just this free spirit, whatever happens, happens. It's fine. There's no real need to focus too hard on anything. I think Nancy has been wanting to focus on this band. And as I've said in other videos, I think they just waited too long to do stuff. Aerosmith, they waited too long to do stuff. Let's just hope that Heart can get through the tour. This is a pretty rigorous tour. I think the payday for them is pretty large. I think that's what got them off the sidelines. And Anne probably figured, hey, if this is going to be our last tour, which they haven't said, right? I'm thinking, how do you do another tour after this? But maybe it becomes so successful that they wind up doing yet another tour. I'm thinking the money is going to be great here. And they're also hanging around with other bands. They're going to help draw more fans in. The ticket prices are pretty high. They could be worse, but they're pretty high. So if you're planning on going to see Heart, I'm okay. I'm recommending you go see them because it could be the last time you go see. I know Anne is taking some left turns when it comes to the higher notes and throwing the off speed, and they're not the band they used to be. And nobody expects them to be, but that's really the punchline with everything now, that you're going to pay $200 a ticket and the band isn't what they used to be. But back in 1980, whatever, you paid $15 for a ticket and the band was insanely good. So it's just reality. And I hate to just be negative all the time, but this is why I don't really get all jacked up about going to shows, because I just don't see it as going. It's not going to be better than the stuff that I've seen 20, 30, 40 years ago. All right. On that sad note, here's some music that's current, and these guys are out on tour. This is Flatland Cavalry, and this is a really cool album called Wandering Star. I just opened the CD up. I don't know. That's what the band looks like. That's what the CD looks like. It's old school the way I do this. No fancy graphics, just the album. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please continue to watch the channel, subscribe to the channel. If you can do Patreon or YouTube memberships, or even just buy me a coffee, which is a simple way to support the channel, that would be much appreciated. God bless everyone. Continue to pray for peace in the Middle East and around the world, and I will see you soon.